And if you do have a long roller, and I think everybody does, just keep a light set of hand weights nearby. We're just going to do a little work on the long spine, but we're actually going to start in a standing position. So we're going to place the roller in a tall position, and we're going to let our hands find the roller. And then walk yourself back to a little V shape. So push your butt back, arms nice and long, let your chest drop down. Once you found your way here, we're going to take a few pedals of the legs. So we're going to bend one knee and then the other. Nice. One more little pedal of each leg, and then let both heels touch down to the ground. Let your chest drop down. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to come down. So step one foot down and then the others to come into a high kneel position. From that high kneel position, we're going to come right back to that sort of down dog shape. So think puppy pose here. Hips stay in line with the knees, chest drops down, and we just drop into that chest stretch just a little bit deeper. Beautiful. One more breath. And then come up with a little bit of control. And now we're going to move that roller on down so that we can come onto it long ways. So long position with the roller, set your butt down to the end of the roller, and then come onto the length of the roller with a little bit of control. So just make sure you're steady and even as you come on down. Scoot your butt down towards the end, and then you want to just make sure that your head is supported as well. Once you've found your way down onto the roller, step your feet to a wide position, just so everything can relax for a few. So we have that nice wide position with the legs. So the legs are going to give you some support. And now let your arms come out, palms facing up, nice and wide, and just get a sense of your shoulder blades hugging around the roller, a little opening through the chest in the front of the body. But no more work needs to be done here. All you got to do is let your hands be heavy and take a couple of nice deep breaths. Take two more nice deep breaths here. Awesome. Keeping your arms out nice and wide, but now we're going to flip the hands. So palms are going to be facing down. We're going to use our fingers to be a little bit of our support system. So tent your fingers, nice tall piano fingers, and then start to walk your feet in a little bit closer towards each other so feet become about hip width distance apart. Anchor your hands into the ground, and we're going to start with some alternating toe taps from here. So with both feet on the ground, lift your right knee up and then the left. And we just want to start to find and maintain that stability on the roller. Think about pulling your abdominal muscles down towards your spine or down towards the roller to help find that control. And if that's not quite enough and you're not finding, or you feel like you're wobbling just a little too much on the roller, then you're going to curl up your head just a little bit, and that might help maintain that little sense of balance. So if you feel like you've got your balance here, things are going good. Now we're going to go a little further with that movement. So right knee is going to pick up and the left knee is going to come up as well. So we're going to find that tabletop position. Check in, make sure you've got your balance. If you feel like you're not there, then both feet are going to come back down and you're going to stick with those toe taps on the ground. But if it feels good to find that tabletop position, now we're going to take it into those bigger toe taps, alternating sides, still maintaining that nice stability on the roller. And if you're not finding it, but you want that bigger bit of work, then you might choose to curl up the head here, and that'll help you find that stability there. Nice. Take one more toe tap each side. And then we're going to set those feet back down to the ground, slightly wider position. And then if you like, you're going to grab your hand weights, or you can keep it hand weight free. That'll be totally up to you. But we're going to take it into some chest flies. So nice open position with the arms, palms facing up, feet heavily anchored on the ground. We're going to pull the arms in towards each other, keep a little micro bend in the elbows, open the arms out nice and wide. As we do this work here, we want to find and maintain that stability on the roller. You can opt for weight free, so you might just find that mobility work. But if you want that little bit of extra strengthening work and a little bit of core work, hang on to those weights. We got 3 more reps to go. Last one here. And then if you were holding onto your weights, go ahead and set them off to the side. And then we're going to take 4 rounds without the weights. So arms are just going to hug in towards each other like you're catching a ball in front of your chest. Open the arms out nice and wide. Feel your shoulder blades squeeze around the roller. Arms come in, nice little hug. Arms come out nice and wide, and the shoulder blades hug around the roller. 2 more to go. Arms come in. Arms come out nice and wide. Arms come in. And arms come out nice and wide. And then we're going to take it into some snow angel arms. So we're just going to swing the arms up and overhead and then bring them down towards the hips just as far as feels comfortable to go. And just take a few times going up and down. Last one here. And then just check your feet, make sure they're about hip width distance apart. And then we're going to take it into a little bit of a swim. So left hand is going to reach down as the right hand reaches up. Both hands meet in the middle. And then the right hand reaches down as the left hand reaches up. And then we're going to take that at a nice pace. So we're going to switch, meet in the middle, and then switch. And as you switch, find a little reach, reaching through the fingers. One hand reaches down, one hand reaches up. Beautiful. Take one more time each side, or just even yourself out. And then when you're ready, both hands are going to come down to one side, and then we're going to gently roll off the roller to one side. So you're going to take your time, make sure you come off nice and safe. And then sitting onto your butt, we're just going to swing that roller out so that it comes underneath our knees, and then place your calves onto the roller and start that little foam roller walk. So we're going to walk down towards the ankles and then walk it up towards the back of the calves where the calf meets the knees. And then just take a few times up and down, just go at your pace. Beautiful. And then the next time you come down to the ends of your ankles or down to the bottoms of your calves, let your calves get nice and heavy for a second. Take a little swish side to side. Beautiful. And then let that come to stillness, moving on up just a little bit. So find like the middle meaty portion of the calf, and then take a little swish side to side. Nice. And then bring it on up and in just a little bit further. So right to that tippy top part of the calf, and then swish your feet side to side. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we're going to walk it on up and in. So it's going to come against the backs of your thighs. And then you're just going to let your muscles get nice and heavy. Take your hands, push into the right thigh, give a little smush around. And then over to the other side, put a little press on your leg and a little smush around. Nice. And then you're just going to pick your knees up just a little bit so you can move that roller in a little closer. So now you're coming into the middle of the backs of your thighs or the middle of the hamstrings. Let your legs rest back down. Hands on the thighs, push and give a little mush around. And then take it over to the other side, push in and give a little mush around. My pants are slippy, so my roller's trying to like shoot out from underneath my legs. All right, take one more little mush, and then we're gonna walk the roller in, pick your butt up, set your butt onto the roller, and then step your feet so they're nice and wide. And we're just gonna start right away with that windshield wiper action, rocking the knees side to side. Awesome. One more little rock of the knees side to side, and then we're going to roll right over onto the right side. So right hand is going to find the ground. You're rolling over onto the side of your glutes, and then we're just going to pick up that knee and let it drop out. So we're just going to stick with that right knee, picking it up and dropping it down, nice and slow and controlled. As you do this work, can you just tune in and notice the sides of your glute? One more up and down with that knee, and then we're going to take it into a nice roll. So just rolling up and down, staying on that right side. Beautiful. One more roll up and down here. And then we're going to take it over to the other side. So we're going to roll over onto that left glute. Left hand is on the ground, and then back to that knee. So the knee comes up and the knee lowers down. And then as you do this work here, can you just tune in and notice? Notice your left glute, gluteus medius, gluteus minimus. Notice that little bit of work that's going on there. Awesome. One more up and down with that knee. And then we're just going to start to roll up and down. Beautiful. One more roll up and down here. And then we're going to take a couple of big rolls across the glutes. So take it from one hip over to the other side, just to kind of smooth all of that out. Nice. One more time each side, or just even yourself out. And then as you come back to center, both hands on the roller, we're going to push into the roller, lift your butt up, lower yourself back down with control. And then we're going to move that roller so it's going to find that space right underneath the shoulder blades. Readjust your tailbone, fix up your clothes, make sure everything feels comfortable. And then hands behind the head with a little support to the head and the neck. We're going to lean over the back of the roller. Exhale, draw the abdominal muscles in and curl up. Inhale to lean over the roller. Exhale to come up. Inhale to lean over. Exhale to come up. Inhale to lean back. Exhale to come up. And this time we're going to lean back and take a back bend here. So you're just going to go as far as feels right to you. You want to make sure that you can control coming back up and out of that back bend. So you can let your head drop back. You can release your arms if that feels comfortable. But you want to make sure that you're breathing comfortably here and it's a manageable position that you can come out of with control. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, contract the abdominal muscles, lift up with control, hands behind the head, and we're going to push into the feet, lift the butt up, and roll up and down the shoulders. So think shoulder blades all the way up to the tops of the shoulders. Beautiful. One more big roll up and down. And then as you come towards the tops of the shoulders, gently lower your butt down. And then we're just going to kind of scooch that roller out from the shoulders and let it come underneath your head. So it's going to rest under your head like a pillow, underneath that nice strong skull bone. Once you've got your way here, feet nice and even, arms out at your sides, and just start to rock your head gently side to side. The next time your head turns to the right, stay there and give a little gentle nod of the head up and down. Beautiful. And then let that come to stillness. Turn your head over to the left and then gently nod your head up and down. Nice. One more nod of the head up and down. And then bring your head back to center. Pause for a moment in a little bit of stillness and just let the back of your neck relax, jaw relax. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Cool. And then hands are going to find the sides of the roller. Lift your head gently away from that roller. We're going to release the roller from underneath the head and then see if you can just pass that roller underneath the backs of your legs so that you can hike your hips up and then move that roller underneath your butt into a supported bridge position. Once you've found that supported bridge position, so the roller is underneath your hip bones, underneath your tailbone, underneath that nice strong structure, take a minute to just let your hands come out at your sides, let your belly get nice and soft, and let your shoulder heads relax. 2 more cycles of breath here in just this more relaxed position, just allowing gravity to do a little work for you. Awesome. And then when you're ready, hands are going to find the ends of the roller just to offer a little bit of support. We're going to pick the knees up. So knees are going to fall in towards the chest, and we're going to hug the inner thighs together just a little bit. Take your knees and draw them in circles, go in one direction. Beautiful. And then take your knees and draw them in circles, go the other way. Nice. And then from here, hold on to your right knee, extend your left leg nice and long, and let the foot find the floor if it can. And what you're shooting for is a little stretch through the front of the left hip flexors, or think where your front left pocket would be. That's where we're shooting to find a little sensation. So we compress the right hip, extend the left, and then take 3 nice big breaths here. Nice. And then when you're ready, slide that left knee back in. Right hand's going to find the end of the roller. Left hand's going to get a handhold on that left knee. And then you're going to extend your right leg nice and long, allowing the heel to find the floor if you can. And then just shooting to find some sensation now through the front of the right hip. So the left hip is compressed and the right hip is getting extended. One more breath. And then if it feels good to do so, you're going to let go of that left knee, let the left leg go nice and long. So now it's a bigger stretch through the front of the body. If it feels comfortable to do so, you're going to raise your arms up and overhead and just take that nice gentle back bend through the whole front of the body, feeling a nice gentle stretch. Big inhale. Nice slow exhale. Awesome. And then slowly and mindfully step your feet in with control. Lift your hips up, move that roller out from underneath your hips. And then we're going to start to find our way up to a seated position. So take your time as you come on up. And then we're going to swing it out so that we can bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the left and to the right. So a little butterfly position, or in yoga or Baddha Konasana. But now we're going to take the roller, and key here is we're not trying to push the knees down towards the ground. We're just applying a little bit of gentle sensation to that inner thigh and that little muscle that runs along the inside of the knee. So you're going to take your roller off to one side and allow the other knee, if it starts to move and lift with you, let it do its thing. We're not trying to go into some deep stretch here. We're just finding a little sensation, pushing into the roller and rolling right along that muscle group that runs right along the inside of the knee. So gently press in. Don't try to push the knee down towards the ground. Nice. One more little roll out and in. And then the leg that you were just working on, that leg is going to stay in that butterfly position, but the other leg is going to swing out. And we're going to take the roller and tuck it underneath the knee. So it's going to be a little bit at an angle. Once you found your way here, so your hips are facing forward, legs are out at an angle, one knee is bent and one knee is supported on the roller. A lot of information going on there. So once you've got that, the leg that's extended and on the roller, you're going to let that elbow find the roller. And then your top arm is going to reach up and overhead. So we're going to find a long line from the fingertips down to the side where the side body meets the low back. So we're shooting to find a little sensation in the quadratus lumborum. So that low back side body is the way I like to say it. So reaching through the fingertips, letting your knee get heavy towards the ground and letting the foam roller support your elbow. Awesome. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, come up nice and slow. We're going to bend that knee, releasing the roller out from underneath back to that butterfly position. But now we're going to take it over to the other side. So the roller is going to come to the inside of that knee, and you're just going to put a light bit of pressure on to gently roll that muscle. We're not trying to push the knee down into the ground. And if the outer knee decides to move with you, let it do its thing. So you're not creating too much extreme pressure on the knees or the SI joint. Nice. One more little roll in and out, and then we're going to take it to the other side. So you're going to extend that leg out, sliding the roller underneath the knee. So it's going to keep a bent knee position, and then your elbow is going to find the roller. Once you've got all that worked out, Top arm is going to reach up and we're going to find that nice big side bend. And we're shooting to find a little sensation in that low back side body area. And Karen's like, too much information. Information overload. Take one more breath here. All right, when you're ready, nice and easy, bring it all up and in. You're gonna bend that knee, pick it up and away from the roller, and then we're gonna extend the legs out in a more straight leg position. Roller's gonna come on top of the thighs, and we're just gonna put a light little press on, rolling up and down the thighs, staying off of the knee joint. Nice, one more little roll up and down there, and then we're gonna take it gently over the knee joint and then roll the shins. Beautiful. One more little roll up and down here. And then we're going to pick that roller up, spin your legs around so that you find your way into a tabletop position. So the roller's coming down onto the ground, knees in line with the hips. And then we're going to take 3 rolls out to puppy pose. So keep your hips in line with your knees, roll and reach out, pull the abdominal muscles in, bring the roller back with you. Beautiful. Roll it out, get a little stretch through the shoulders, and then with control, pull it back in. One more just like that. Roll it out. A little stretch through the tops of the shoulders, bring it back in, and now we're going to move it all the way on up and in so we can take it underneath the thighs. So you're going to lay your body onto the roller, find the tops of the thighs, elbows and forearms down, toes on the ground. Firm up your belly, firm up your shoulders, and then we're just going to roll the tops of the thighs. Think about 2 or 3 inches. Nice. And then at the bottom of that roll, bend your knees. Swish your heels a little side to side. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, toes back down to the ground. And either you're just going to pick your thighs up and manually move the roller, or you're going to scoot yourself forward on the roller and then back to that soft roll, rolling up and down about 2 or 3 inches. Beautiful. And then at the bottom of that roll, bend your knees, swish your heels side to side. Nice. And then when you're ready, toes back down to the ground, and then either pick up your legs and move it manually or scoot yourself along on the roller. So we come towards the bottom of the thighs where the thighs meet the knees, and then back to that roll. Think 2 or 3 inches. And we want to stay off of the knee joint. We want to stay on the thick muscle tissue of the thighs, but not on those bony landmarks. Beautiful. One more roll up and down. And then at the bottom of that roll, bend your knees. And it might be a smaller range of motion here, but swish your heels side to side. Just make sure you're keeping the back supported with a little firmness in your abdominal muscles. Awesome. One more little swish of the heels side to side, and then toes touch down to the ground. We're going to push our way back into a tabletop position and then into an extended child's pose. So big toes together, knees out nice and wide to the outer edges of your mat. Pull your butt back towards your heels. Left hand is going to stay on the roller. Right hand is going to thread through, right ear, right shoulder towards the ground. So a little rotation in the spine. Look under your left arm. Take a nice big breath. Press into your left arm as you bring yourself up and out. And if you can hear that noise, my heater is being worked on. So take your right hand onto the roller. Left hand's going to thread through and underneath. Left ear, left shoulder towards the ground, looking underneath that right arm, and take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, bring it all back up and in. We're going to move that roller in towards. And if you have your glasses on, highly recommend taking them off, setting them somewhere safe. And we're just going to bring that roller so that it's underneath the forehead or underneath the space of the third eye. So whichever placement works good for you and feels comfortable, let your head gently rest for a moment. And then if it feels nice to do so, take a gentle nod of your head up and down. Super small, subtle movement here. So it's not going to be a big range of motion. just to feel that little bit of compression. So you're trapping the skin and the connective tissue and then moving the head and the neck. So you're moving that connective tissue, keeping it trapped on the roller. Just make sure it feels like a small, gentle, mindful movement. One more little nod up and down. And then if it feels good to do so, you're going to rock your head gently side to side. One more little rock of the head side to side. And then as you bring your head back to center, push your hands into the roller, gently lift yourself up. If you took your glasses off, take a second to put them back on. And then we're going to start to find our way up to a downward facing dog position. So you're going to move your roller forward, lift your butt away from your heels, curl your toes under, and then just make sure that the roller feels secure underneath your hands. Start to lift your butt up into that upside down V. Stepping your feet in so that they're about hip or shoulder width distance apart, pressing your heels towards the ground, feeling that nice big stretch through the back chain of your body. Beautiful. And then soften your knees, walk your feet in, and then we're going to start to steamroll the tops of the feet. So move that roller on in, put as much pressure on as you like, pressing into the tops of the roller, rolling it up towards your ankle and then down towards your toes. Nice. One more good roll up and down, and then keep the roller on the ground, bend your knees, pull your abdominal muscles in, come up nice and slow into a standing position. Step your right foot onto the roller, and we're just going to give that nice soft roll to the bottom of the foot. Beautiful. One more good soft roll, and then we're going to keep the toes and the balls of the foot on the roller. Heel is going to come down to the ground. Lean your chest forward just a little bit so you find a little sensation through the back of the calf and the Achilles heel. Awesome. And then when you're ready, lift off, set that foot down. Left foot's going to find the roller and a nice soft roll, heel to toe. Cool. One more roll of the foot, and then keep your toes and the ball of the foot on the roller. Push your heel down towards the ground. Lean forward just a little bit to the point you feel sensation in the heel and the calf. Nice. And then when you're ready, lift off, set that foot down onto the ground. So with both feet on the ground, take a nice big breath. Reach your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, bend your knees a little bit, hinge from your waist, fold forward. Maybe your hands find your toes, the floor, or the roller, whatever works for you. And then if it feels appropriate to do so, you're going to straighten your legs just as much as feels comfortable. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, soften your knees, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up nice and slow and controlled. Shrug out your shoulders. You guys are amazing. Nice work today. Man, you guys worked hard today. Woo! Be sure to drink plenty of water as you